Tell me if this sounds familiar. You notice something's off in the bedroom. Maybe you're not getting as hard as you used to. Maybe you're losing it midway through. Maybe the drive is still there, but the body isn't keeping up with it. Or maybe everything still works, but you can see she's not fully satisfied, and you want to change that. So you start watching videos, looking for answers, and you find good stuff. Real information. What to eat, how to exercise, techniques, mental approaches, medical explanations. But here's what happens after video 15, video 20. You don't feel more capable. You feel more overwhelmed because now you've got a dozen different things you could try and no idea which one actually applies to your situation, which ones work together, or where you're even supposed to start. That's not a research problem. That's an architecture problem. And it's the thing nobody in this space is solving. I've been making videos on erectile health, performance, and sexual technique for a while now. I know how many good creators are out there covering their piece of this, but it's scattered. Every channel gives you one angle. Nobody connects them into a clear sequence, one that starts with your specific issue and walks you all the way through to results in the bedroom. And the man watching all of it, trying to piece it together himself, he's the one paying for that gap. I'd been thinking about building something complete myself, a structured program, not another set of tips, a system that starts at diagnosis, because a man dealing with ED has a completely different problem than a man whose drive is fine but whose technique is holding him back, and moves step by step through everything that actually matters. I kept putting it off. Then Julia Rhodes and Dr. Valerie Hayes went and built it. Julia, you may already know. Dr. Hayes is a psychologist and certified sex therapist. This is her specialty. Men's sexual performance and confidence. Not couples counseling, not general therapy. Men. This specific problem. Together, they built the RISE protocol. I went through the entire thing before I said a word about it to anyone. Here's what I found. It opens with a 5-minute diagnostic that determines exactly what you're dealing with. Physical, psychological, medication-related, or a combination. That alone is something most men have never had. Because the fix for a man whose ED is blood flow related is completely different from the fix for a man whose issue is performance anxiety killing the moment. Treating the wrong thing is why most men stay stuck. This solves that first. From there, it goes into the physical rebuild, specific foods that directly affect blood flow and testosterone, and one movement, not a general workout, one specific exercise that a published medical trial measured against Viagra in terms of outcome. 5 minutes. A chair. I'll leave it there. Then the psychological piece. Because here's the reality. You can fix the physical side completely and still fall apart when it matters. There is a specific mental pattern that overrides everything else at the critical moment. It's not about confidence in general. It's something more precise. Once you understand it, you can actually control it. And then the bedroom techniques. I want to be direct here because this section is unlike anything I've seen. Julia and Valerie don't just describe what to do. They show it, visually, with the kind of practical detail that means when the moment arrives, it's already in your body, not just your head. And they go further than technique. They cover how to bring her to the same level of desire, how to read what she actually wants, how to make sure you're not the only one fully engaged in that room. Because a man who's performing well with a woman who isn't fully there hasn't actually won anything. This is the complete picture. From knowing exactly what your issue is, to fixing it at the root, to showing up in the bedroom with real skill and real confidence. If you've been watching videos on erectile function, on performance, on how to satisfy your woman, and you still don't have a clear path forward, that is the exact gap this fills. It's called the RISE protocol. Everything about it, what's inside, how it works, what it costs, is on the page. Go read it. One more thing before you do. I went back to Julia and asked for a specific arrangement for the men in this community. You've been showing up, watching, doing the work. I didn't think you should pay the same price as everyone else. She agreed to a $100 discount, available exclusively to people coming from this video. The code is ELLA100. Use it at checkout. It comes off immediately. This code has a cap on how many times it can be used. When it hits that number, it expires. No extensions, no exceptions. Full price for everyone after that point. So if this is the thing you've been looking for, and I think you'll know within the first few minutes of reading the page whether it is, don't leave it for later. Link is in the description and in the pinned comment below. Go read the page, use the code, get in before it closes. You've been doing the research. This is where it ends.